Hey guys, it's a blessed and beautiful day here in Michigan. It's probably, I think, like 45 degrees, and that's nice for where we are. Today, what I'm doing is I'm just printing some double-sided jerseys. I have these jerseys. They are reversible, so there's two sides, like there's the red side and the white side. And I have like multiple colors, and what I have to do is I have to print the logo on one side and then the number on the back. Then I have to turn it inside out, print the logo on the front, and then the number on the back. So I think there's 154 jerseys, and I think maybe halfway through. I've already printed the number on the back. It's a little crinkled after I press it again, it'll flatten out, but I already printed the number on this side, and then I already printed the logo on this side, so I have to print the opposite side, and these are due today. Took me a little bit to get them around just because of, the holiday and, Christmas and New Year's, and plus this supplier that these come from, it has to come directly from the distributor, so I had to wait for those to come in. Usually, like, when I order from suppliers, sorry, morning stuff. Usually when I order from suppliers, I can get the stuff within a day or so, but from this supplier, it took a little longer just because it was coming directly from the distributor. So you can see there, I printed that other side, and then I have to like separate out the jersey so that the number and the logo on the inside don't stick. So I got quite a few of these to do today. It had a not too fast of a turnaround, but like I said, with the holiday, it makes it a whole lot, more time consuming to try to get the job done in a timely manner. Usually, I do a lot of screen printing and embroidery, but lately, when people order things like jerseys like this, it's better to just use these heat transfers, because when I try to slide these jerseys on my press, it is just a mess. Trying to like line it up, and then you have the inside slide and then the outside slide, and it's no fun. So I just go ahead and use these heat transfers. They last a good long time, so I like to use them on like jerseys, and if it's a harder to screen print item. So I just lining this up, and then usually while one is pressing, I'll try to flip the other one around so that it's ready to go. And then sit it down, and I can get a good flow. I'm pressing these for 10 seconds, so got 100 and, like I said, I think it's like 154 jerseys to do. Times about 30 seconds. It can take quite a long time. I know that yesterday I did the other side, and that took almost all day to try to get those done, but I did that while working on some other embroidery stuff as well, so it wasn't just, standing here doing one thing. Hopefully you guys had a great, a happy new year and a good Christmas, and spent some good quality time with your family members. I know that I got to hang out with my kids. I have 6 children, so that's truly a blessing. The Lord has blessed me to have 6 little ones. Well, they're not all little. They range in age, but I can tell you that getting to spend time with them, it's a great blessing. I know that with being in business, sometimes I get so wrapped up in all the stuff that I have to do that I don't take enough time to just really enjoy the most important things, family and faith and family, and the things that money can't buy. But with this new year, my goal is to do more of that, more enjoying the process instead of always trying to reach the destination. Because I feel like I'm always trying to get to the next thing, the next level, the you know, the next rung in business, and instead of just enjoying exactly where I'm at and where the Lord has blessed me to be. Because without him, I wouldn't be here, that's for certain. If you are also a shirt printer, you can get these heat transfers. I got these at 613 Originals. I've been using them for a while now. They're pretty helpful, especially if you run into any issues. I know that more recently I placed an order and the colors were off on the transfers. So I had to contact them, and they got back with me right away, and they're going to reprint the order. The only downside is I have to wait a couple days to, get the other transfers, but at least they're taking care of it at no cost. So they're pretty good, and I like them. So I haven't told too many people about how Shirts Inc. got started. I got started doing this in my dad's basement. I was in my dad's basement a long time ago, and I was messing around with a shirt easel, and I was doing some like airbrushing on it, well, trying to, and I tried it, and it looked terrible. Like, I could not hold that airbrush to save my life. I think it's just because of I have big hands, so trying to hold the little airbrush just didn't really work out well for me. So I put it away, and I was probably like 17 or something like that. So I walked away from it, did some other stuff, and then I came back to it later. I was like 27, I think, and I saw somebody doing exactly what I'm doing right now on YouTube. They were pressing like 40 shirts in 10 minutes. And I was like, man, that's crazy how they're making 40 shirts in 10 minutes. That's just nuts. That's impossible. So I watched them. I was like, oh, okay, that looks cool. So I bought a heat press with no knowledge of how I would do it or anything. So I bought the heat press. Didn't even know how to use this stinking thing for 6 months. It sat in a corner because I couldn't get it to close all the way. I didn't know that you had to use this little adjustment knob until my wife told me, like, hey, maybe that knob is something. And I was like, oh, you don't know. Well, let me try. I should have just listened to her because she was right. And finally learned how to use it. And then I worked from my house making shirts. And then the Lord blessed. I was a server at an Applebee's. And I was serving there, and the Lord had blessed the business to be going good. I had an online Etsy shop. I don't have one anymore. That's another story. But I had an online Etsy shop, and the Lord had blessed sales were going amazing, and I was ready to quit my job. I was like, it's time to quit. And I talked to my dad. My dad is also a pastor, my pastor. So he's like, you got to wait until the Lord opens the door for you to leave this job at the right time. And I was like, disgruntled. I was like, I don't want to. I want to just quit. But I was patient. I was obedient, and I waited. And the Lord blessed and opened up the doors, and I was able to leave Applebee's on good terms. And then from there, I got a 10 by 10 room. That was my very first spot, very first place outside of working for other people. And this 10 by 10 room cost me like $130 a month. And I was like, I don't know how I'm going to afford, $130 a month and pay my bills. But I believed, and at the time, the sales, I was making more money from sales than I was from my employer. And the employment actually was getting in the way of, taking care of business. People would message me and I couldn't reply because I was a server. So when you're a server, you can't just stop what you're doing and go answer a phone call. No, you're serving your guests and taking care of your clients. So a lot of times my online contacts would have to wait till I was off work to hear from me. So after that, I got that 10 by 10 room, and I walked out on faith, and I was doing that. And then shortly after that, the Lord blessed me with this great idea, and sales took off in such a way that I was able to get out of that 10 by 10 room. And then I got my first place in the mall, like the Adrian Mall, which is now closed. And then the Lord has just blessed and opened the doors every step of the way. And now I have a retail location in downtown Adrian. And let me tell you, every time I go, we keep moving forward, it's like the Lord keeps upgrading me to the next thing, and to the next thing, and to the next thing, and I'm just truly grateful. So I've been doing this now since 2014. I think it's 2014, 2013. So coming up on in April, it'll be 10 years that I've been making shirts and things. And I can tell you the journey is fun. It's full of challenges, but if it's something you're passionate about and it's something that you love, you should totally do it. Even if it's not shirts, whatever it is that you love doing, whatever you're passionate about, if you know the Lord has led you to that, and if you have the gift to do it, you should just do it. Just do it. You don't have anything to lose, as long as, of course, it's legal and not like, nothing crazy, like, I don't know, something bad. But if you have the skills and the gift, you have nothing to lose by trying it out. Looks like I have probably 40 more of these to go. You can see the colors changed. I mean, I'm working on all the red and whites, and then after this I have to do some black and red jerseys. And after I get done with that, I'll have to go back through, and then like some of these get white numbers, and then some of them get black numbers. So I'm working on all the black prints right now. Then after that, I'll be done with this, and I can contact the client, let them know his order's ready to pick up. And then after this, I need to do some embroidery, a couple sweatshirts, and nothing too crazy right now. But this January and February, in the past, used to be like really slow, because I thought, oh man, I'm a retail store, it's gonna be slow. But it's not necessarily true, because the Lord is blessed. I work with a lot of teams and businesses. So team sports are starting up now. Like this is for basketball. And then before too long, it's going to be softball season. And I know that wrestling is just now getting started for middle school. Middle school wrestling is just getting started. And then it'll be, like I said, softball and baseball. So I don't think this season is going to be slow at all. But I do like to allow myself more time to get orders done. Typically, I try to keep my turnaround time at like 5 to 7 business days, and then the busier it gets, it goes from there to like 7 to 10 business days. And if it gets really crazy, it's like 15 business days. But right now, it's just like the 5 to 7 range. So just keep printing these up so I get them knocked out. And then, like I said, after that, package them up, call the customer, let them know it's ready. And, yeah, go from there. I want to make more videos like this. My goal for 2023 is to make more videos like this, to just kind of show you guys the process, talk to you a little bit. And, if you guys have any questions about any of the stuff I'm doing, where I get things, you can just leave it in the comments. I know I switched these colors, and I have to make sure that I put the right color on it, because some of these get white and white instead of white and black print. So I have a little list here of the like 30 teams, and I gotta make sure I put the right print on there. So these ones get white. So I'll move those over so I can make sure I do it the right way. One thing you always want to do when you're printing these is make sure you have the orientation right, so that you can just grab it and press it, grab it and press it. You don't want to have it, if you do this also, you don't want to have it like turn the wrong way and then print your design upside down, because after you're printed 4 jerseys, not 4 jerseys, you've printed this 4 different times, you really don't want to mess up. Because let me tell you how frustrating that is, especially since then I'll have to order it straight from the distributor again. Anyways, like I was saying, goal for 23 is to, Lord willing, just make more videos like this. If you guys like this video, just go ahead and, subscribe. If you don't, still, give it a thumbs up. And, if you have any questions about anything, leave it in the comments. I'd be happy to help you guys out. And I hope you guys have a blessed and wonderful day.